Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 Surviving Luton. If you were last with us, you would have seen the insanity that ended up taking place in the Europa League. After tying 1-1 at home, we then managed to turn things around and beat them 3-2 at home, in large part to Martial's performance. He scored in the 20th minute, and then we ended up going to the half 1-0, and then he ends up scoring shortly after the second half when we end up bringing in Pedrola and a bunch of the other players that we ended up initially sitting for the first half. It was a weird strategy that we ended up doing. We just thought that if we could hold them for the first half, then the second half we could have managed to be successful, and we end up doing it in the first half. Martial ends up scoring in the 20th, and then he scores in the 52nd, and then we immediately concede right after that in the 53rd. But then Pedrola ends up putting us two ahead in the 58th, and then the same guy, Zagrova, ends up scoring in the 69th minute. But then we were managed to hold on. It was still a very close game, and we're still pretty excited. But that brought us to the final, which we will be playing in this episode as well. But then after that, we then ended up tying, or we ended up losing to Tottenham 3-2. There wasn't really much that we could do. We ended up rescuing a pen at the very end, so it's arguably 3-1. We kind of got lucky off that last one. But games are so close to each other. Like, that was three days notice, and we played another one against Aston Villa 3 days notice, which we then ended up winning. We had Gelhardt, Pedrola, and Rogers then scoring very late. It was almost a tie, but we managed to squeeze it out just at the very end at home. And I mean, look at the table right now. We are in fourth place. I don't think we can go higher, and I don't think we can go lower. We would have to lose like 7-0 to be able to drop, and then we'd probably have to win probably like 20-0, which I highly doubt we're going to do against Everton. But we are going to start a bunch of our youngsters because, again, with so many games in such a short time frame, we need to rest as many players as we can for the final against Aston Villa, because that is the single most important game of this entire franchise and to this entire club, and that we'd be stupid if we end up investing more than what we had to against Everton. So we're going to do a little bit of rotations. I fully expect to lose this game, but I don't really care too much. But apparently there's takeover talks on the rocks, which, I mean, I find it kind of odd that they want to do that with our team, since we're already pretty successful in the EPL for the second year. Overall balance isn't too high, but I think the influx of cash after the Europa League and after the amount of money that we're expected for finishing in the Prem, I mean, I feel as though there's going to be a decent amount of money there. We should be getting 32 or 33 million there, which would be massive. And we have a bunch of players coming in at the end of the season as well. We do have a bunch of end of contract guys that's coming in from other Prem teams, so we're going to take a chance on those. We did it this year, and it kind of worked out as well. And then we also have Naipen that's supposed to be coming in at the beginning of next season as well. He's labeled as a wonder kid, so we're excited about that. Pedrola is also signing with us permanently, around 19 million. So that's not that bad, considering he's probably worth more than that, I would say, or will be definitely worth a lot more than that. And then we're currently looking at bringing in Frichi for end of contract as well. It's not really going to cost us that much, but again, might as well take the chance at that. We can always send him on loan, and then maybe he ends up garnering some interest eventually. But we also have Linus Getker that's going to join us permanently. He was initially labeled as a wonder kid, but I guess not. I guess they kind of dropped that as well. But he should be able to slot in as our center back, just a rotational, and also left back as well, which we do need as much depth as we can, because you're going to see in a moment who we end up having playing our left back, and it's going to be only his second game that he's played for us. But I found it kind of interesting also. Currently, there's a decent amount of our players that are garnering interest, though, which isn't normal for us. So we do have like just a bunch of our youngsters that we end up kind of taking a chance on. I think Billy Vigor, we end up signing as well. He came from Arsenal, and apparently there's some interest with him from Notts County and Stockport. So maybe they end up offering us something, even if it's just a percentage. We'd be extremely happy with that. That's how we end up making money in the long term with this. But yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff happening. We have players that are leaving as well, but decent amount of transfers. Even Ethan Williams wanted by Swansea, 19-year-old. We also got from Man City as well, but his stats look like they're improving pretty decently. So we should be every little bit counts, and I mean he does command a decent amount of wage money, but it shouldn't really matter to. And even on our first team, we have Thiago Almeida garnering interest as well. And then we also have Samu garnering interest from Leicester and Saudi teams as well. But those are the only two really that that people are super interested in. So we are pretty excited about that. But let's move on to the last game of the season and see how we end up doing with a bunch of our youngsters playing against Everton. And this is our squad for the Everton match. We have Capriel in goal. We have Sarah, Hardwood Bellis, Malanka, and Kraft as our D. We have Solis and Hughes starting as defensive mid. Stannis is the only real starter that's starting, but we have Walsh and Rogers starting as well. And then Pierre-Louis is going to get the nod for at least the first half. We might end up putting Gelhardt in later on, or maybe even Marshall as well. But I'd rather give the opportunity to some of our youngsters and kind of see how well they end up kind of developing. Pierre-Louis is worth a decent amount, so I am kind of surprised with that. And then even one of our midfields, I think it's, where is it? Oh, he's not on there, but he did play for us last game, so we are excited to see how well he can do. But like I said, we fully expect to lose this game. We're not too worried about it. I mean, it would be nice to end on a win, but it's not worth sacrificing a lot of our starters for the more important game next week, or later on this week, I guess. But we fully expect to be competitive against Aston Villa, and I mean, we do think that we do have a good chance at winning. They can be difficult to beat for sure. They are a very good Premier League team in real life and as well in the game. But we're just hoping to do a competitive match. I think if we do the same strategy against Lille, I think Lille was a bit more of an obstacle to beat. And I mean, even beating Juve, I'm still surprised. I'm surprised that we ended up battering them 3-0. But shockingly, we managed to do that, and then we managed to squeak the one by and win that one. So we are excited about that. This has been a huge season, though, so far. I don't know why Walsh ended up just letting that through. That seems very irresponsible on him. Even if we end up getting a tie, I'd be very happy with this game. I think our supporters expect to win, though, but we don't really care what our supporters think. We're going to do whatever we have to do for this game and for the long term of this successful save. There's always next year. I mean, there's no chance that we have at winning this, so Stannis looks like he was off by a little bit, but he ended up putting it in. I'm hoping it's not called off. It looked like he was offside, though. And it's probably disallowed. Yeah, it's definitely disallowed. But still good run, though. I mean, he just timed it. Solis, I think, held on to it for a little bit too long. But right idea. Right idea. So, I mean, overall, we are leading in terms of XG as well. Even just before that opportunity. And the only thing we're losing really is possession. It's been a bit of a shift because we used to always dominate possession, but now it's kind of 50-50. But against a team like Everton, I feel as though we should be able to beat them. Their team doesn't really kind of stick out at all either. I think they're safe from relegation as well. So this game doesn't matter to them either. I don't know if they can move up in the table. It should be something that I will look at in a second here. Capriel getting the stop there, almost putting it in. That was not really nervous, but it was very close. Solis is probably going to get subbed at halftime, I feel. I wouldn't mind him for an opportunity for the Europa game, as I feel as though he's going to get tired, and Stannis is 100% going to be subbed off. And Capriel managed to save that one. I didn't even think that it was going anywhere near the net, but apparently it did. And the highlight's still going on, so a little bit of nervous energy here, but I mean, I wouldn't mind the tie. The tie would be better. The league table. Oh, there we go. So it's gonna probably slot on after. Rogers has been pretty good as of late. That's definitely a foul there. And it looks like they're gonna do the counter here. That was what the highlight was all along. It was just a missed opportunity from us, and then they're gonna probably score one here. Oh, Capriel managing to get it. And I had it initially, but we're gonna have to look at the league table probably at halftime. Dennis getting an opportunity there, but just heading it right into Virginia's hands. And 40th minute in, and there's not really much that we've really tested them. But then again, they haven't really tested us too much. As I say that, they're running running down our right wing there, and Capriel managed to get the first stop, but not the second one, and McNeil ends up putting it in. Yeah, it wasn't a good counterattack. It was just shittiness on our part. Zrasho, yeah, going right through our rookie defenseman there. Oh no, Solis actually. So Solis just kind of eased up a little bit too much there. Currently in the league though, yeah, Everton. Oh, Everton can move up to 13th. So I guess they do have something to play for. They were sitting in 5th or 15th before that. But yeah, like I said, I'm okay with the loss. It is what it is, and we'd rather just rest some of our players. So our Stanis will for sure come off at halftime, and we probably will leave in Rogers. Oh my God, Pierre-Louis ends up scoring an absolute stunner. Wow, I think he's 15 years old, maybe even 16, but he will definitely be our youngest goal scorer. Hughes setting him up. He just turns and shoots bottom corner. Virginia could not do anything about that. That is an insane finish. Holy, he's going to play for the rest of the game. I don't care. That is insane. He is 15 years old and he does stuff like that. Promising striker and high hopes for him in the future. Wow, that was an amazing turn there. So we're gonna take off Pedrola. We'll put in Armstrong actually. Armstrong should get the opportunity, and then, I mean, Solis is still pretty healthy, but I don't want to risk him getting injured or anything. So let's put in O'Neill. We'll put in O'Neill instead. Ball winning is probably the best thing for him, and then we might look at even look at taking someone else off after. Maybe even Bellis we might want to take off probably at the 60th minute, because 3 days rest is a little bit, but yeah, Hughes might also have to come off as well. But I feel as though we're gonna have to probably put in Wharton in that spot there. Brings them back down to 12th, or sorry, 14th there. They had the opportunity to get 13th, but they just dropped down. Sarah getting a yellow, and it looks like they're going to play from the back here. And yeah, so far none of our starters are playing right now. So except for well, I guess sometimes Bellis and sometimes Hughes, but everyone else is pretty much sitting on the bench. And they almost scored on Capriel. That was an amazing save there. But Hughes will probably come off sooner rather than later there. I'm going to guess around 60th minute is probably what we're going to try and do. So if we can hold them off from now, we'll probably end up putting in some of ours. Maybe even Marshall we might even put in. Just to get a little bit of exercise there. I'm just hoping that no one gets hurt. And they almost put another one there. Hitting off the crossbar there. Again, we just need to wait another 4 or 5 minutes. And it looks like Everton's really putting on the hurt, though. Walsh, yeah, Walsh might come off, Rogers might come off as well, and Hughes definitely. Bellis could also come off. It's going to be interesting to see who we end up actually deciding to take off. And Capriel managing to save that as well. Capriel is on fire. If we end up even rescuing a draw from this, I'll be surprised. So Hughes is going to come off. We're going to put in Wharton. Then, you know what? I think I have an idea here. We're going to put take off Rogers. Louis is going to go on there. We're going to put in Marshall. And we have one more sub here. And either Bellis is going to come off. It's holding though. I don't really want to do that. And I mean, it's either that or attacking mid here. You know what? Gillian plays center. O'Neill, where does he? Oh, he plays defensive mid. So we could put in either Gillian. Actually, Traore. Let's put in Traore here. Here, Louis can play. He can play attacking mid as well. Let's put him in. You know what? Let's do Shadow Striker. That's what he seems more comfortable in. We'll take off Walsh, put in Traore, and maybe we'll put them back to where they were before. But yeah, they're only going to really play with 30 minutes, so is what it is. If we manage to come away with this, this will be just as surprising as the last game. Oh my god, and we are. Marshall almost put one in. Oh, he's offside though. Kind of started again last game. I think he ended up getting offside just before he putting one in. But I mean, let's encourage everyone. 70th minute in, possession's pretty much split, but it looks like we're starting to put it on them now. And I wouldn't be surprised if now we come away with a victory here. But we're not really banking on that. And yeah, again, I'm just happy that we're able to play some of our youngsters. Even Pierre Louis' goal was just absolutely insane. For a 15-year-old, if he can manage to do stuff like that in the future, that's just astonishing. And it looks like, yeah, now we're on our back foot here. We're not going to switch to positive or anything like that. We're just going to kind of coast. And Calvin Lewin putting one in there. It is what it is. This is unfortunate, but there's nothing we can really do about that. It was a nice ball. But yeah, we're not really pressuring. It looked kind of like an own goal though. So who was that? Not letting me click on it, but yeah, it is what it is. If we manage to rescue one more, that'd be pretty good. But so far, Pierre Louis and Capriel are the only ones that are really batting above their average there. Traore is still not doing anything there. Marshall had the opportunity, and don't get hurt. That is all you need to do. Is Marshall can't get hurt. But we might try something funny here actually. We might put in Louis up. They end up scoring another one. 3-1, that's not ideal. I know our fans aren't going to like it. But let's put in... Actually, let's do this. Let's put in Traore up top as well. Let's see how well this guy does at the mid here. So yeah, we'll leave the middle there open. That was terrible by Oni in there. And Sarah, he better not get booked. Okay, good. I mean, even if we can rescue another one, it wouldn't be the worst. Oh, God. Pierre Louis, did you push him? That's definitely going to be a pen. There's no way they review it and deny it. Yeah, Pierre Louis just pushes him for no reason. We're going to lose this 4-1. And he gets his first yellow card. He gets his first goal and first yellow card. All he has to do is get another assist. But Capriel managing to save us. Wow. Wow. It would have been nice to take out Hardwood Bellis for sure. And I mean, let's see. Let's pause it. Hold on. Let's oh, what's it doing? Is that from the pen that they're trying to do? Goal line technology? I can't see it. Okay, but pause it here. Let's go very attacking. Let's demand more. See if that ends up doing anything. But again, we don't want anyone to get too tired. So Arsenal winning 1-0. So even if we end up winning this game, it wouldn't have mattered. Man City going up all the way to 5th though. They started off so bad, and they managed to actually come back. And like kind of another one. There's no way. These are good challenge. Like that was a good challenge. There's no way that that's a pen. They're gonna give it obviously. That's 2 pens awarded. One of them obviously was justified. This one is pretty stupid. Like absolutely stupid. And Capriel saving 2 pens in one game. Wow, they need to rethink their wow. I can't believe that. And we're closing in. I mean, this is our last opportunity to at least put one in. And it's all good. We'll take the own goal here. How's that offside? They got an own goal. What? Who's offside? Troyer was offside? Oh, by a mile too. Almost rescuing one there. Troyer just a little bit too impatient. But it looks like this is going to be all she wrote. And we're going to end the season with a loss. But a good look at... oh, we were at home too. That was kind of disappointing. I thought we were away, just because of the supporting section. But, I mean... no. We weren't good enough. We must improve. We'll do that one. We're not going to yell at them. But we still finished in 4th. So, I mean, still a really good season. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Yeah, it's fine that we lose Everton. I don't really care that much. But we qualify for Champions League regardless. Securing a top 4 finish. This is, yeah, defying expectation. We actually went to 2nd at some point. So it's alright, but Pierre-Louis scoring is massive. Initial budget is 1.2 per week. That seems still very, very low. And then 40 million we have to spend. That also seems pretty low. Capriel ended up rescuing us there. We receive 32.83 million for finishing in 4th place there. We'll take a look at the finances in a second. And then 2.2 of that is going to go towards the players. That is very good though. Currently puts us up to 31 million in the overall balance. But unfortunately we don't, looking at our stadium and stuff like that, is we don't end up moving into it until end of next season. Which kind of sucks in terms of our, like our revenue, because it is hampering us a decent amount. We look at our income that we end up having this season, just based off gate receipts, is only 10 million. So, I mean, that's definitely not enough. We made around 51 million off players sold, though. That's pretty good. But let's take a look actually at see if we can see another team's like revenue stream for that. We'll take Liverpool just for an example, and well, let me see their finances. Probably not though. Yeah, I guess it doesn't let me see their finances. It'll see me the facilities, but yeah, it won't let me see any of that. But let's see actually if we can. Let's see if we can actually invest in some things. Improve training facility. Because we just got a wad of money. I don't care about the transfer budget that much. Improve youth recruitment, yeah, for sure. I mean, they did a pretty good this season anyways. No, personal, I don't care about that. Staff, coaches allowed, let's see if we can add more. We'll do it for each one. Oh, that's all the ones that they're going to let us do. So we'll see what they end up saying with that. But enough requests for that. Let's jump into the final game of the season against Aston Villa and see if we can manage to secure a victory there and get our second trophy of the season. And this is the squad that we picked for the final against Aston Villa. The final game of the season, we have Capriel in net, who's been absolutely amazing for us this whole season. Hall, Kirodia, Holding, and Curtis as our backs. We have Samu and Hughes that are going to start, and then we have Stanis, Almeida, and Gelhardt as our attacking mid, and Marshall up front. I think this is going to be a good start. I might actually take off... Do we want to take off Gelhardt, actually? Let's put Gelhardt in at half. Because some crazy things can happen. Who is not available? Where is he? Let's put in Rogers. We'll put in Rogers first. For Gelhardt here. Yeah, where's who am I thinking of? Where's I guess he's tired. I don't see him anywhere. Where's Traore? Oh, Traore's here. Yeah, Traore could come in as well. But let's put in Rogers to start. Give him the opportunity here. And hopefully we end up starting off strong like what we did last game. And yeah, go and win that trophy. We are all capable of doing that. Let's take a look at the team that we're into playing here. Unai Emery is the coach for Aston Villa here. And this is our squad here. Let's see if we have what it takes to win our biggest trophy of our franchise. I don't like Martinez. I never liked Martinez in net. I think he's a very overrated goaltender. But I'm hoping to put one in on him, as I don't think he deserves a World Cup out of all players, to be honest. And 6 minutes in, still nothing. But it just feels kind of like a league match against Aston Villa. And I mean, we've done pretty well against them in the past, so I'm hoping that we have the same kind of fortune that we've had throughout the times that we played them. If we can get one in early, I would love that. Almeida almost putting one in. Nice pass by Rogers there, reinstilling the fact of putting him in. But XG is currently 0.30. I'm really hoping they don't decide to do the same strategy that we did. And Marshall almost putting one in. Martinez, I mean, proving me wrong about being overrated, I guess, off that save. That was a good one. Marshall almost put it in. Top shelf there. And it looks like they're playing from the back, so it's definitely gonna be a highlight on theirs. Oh my god, he doesn't put it in. Almost the same shot as before. I'm hoping this isn't the end of the highlight. Astanis looks like he's offside though. And we're tasting blood right now. And now they get their opportunity here. Tillemans. Capriel, nothing. Just absolute stone cold there. Not even flinching for it. And I'm hoping this ends up being our highlight and not theirs. And Rogers now with it down the wing. To Hughes. I was going to say Hughes shouldn't be shooting. And oh my god. Samu 1-0. That was an amazing shot. He started off too. He started off the play. And Rogers finding Hughes, then finding Samu. Hughes kind of loses it, and then Samu just ends up popping in, one times it puts it over Martinez, does what Martial couldn't, and we're up 1-0. Insane. All we have to do is hold it for half. We have reinforcements coming in at halftime. And great stop. That was an amazing stop. Almost had a goal there, but managing to stop them there. And their highlights there, goal kick, ends there. Currently, possession-wise, we're doing pretty well. And even shots on target, pretty good. Shots in general have been pretty good. It's kind of weird that hitting the post does not count as a shot on target, because it literally is hitting the target. But I guess it is what it is. Opportunity to go 2 up now. Let's see if we can do anything with this. And it goes all the way back to Capriel. Staniston losing it. He's been streaky when it comes to that kind of stuff. And Holding managing to, oh, I think that was Curtis, managing to stop them there. Looks like they had a decent counterattack coming. And I'm really hoping this is the end of the highlight, because it is looking like they almost put one in. I'm surprised that wasn't called for a pen. We've had weaker things called on us. And going to the halftime, it looks like they at least have the extra shot there, but our XG's a little bit higher than theirs. And we go in 1-0 here. Fans deserve it. Yes, they absolutely do. Especially after last game. I'm hoping that that their team's a little bit more tired than ours. And we'll kind of get a look at that probably after one of these highlights there. Looks like they have Kwame, who's exhausted. Alanga is also tired, and Streak is going to be another guy that's going to probably come out. But we have the opportunity to go up 2 here. Stannis almost putting one on. Just hitting it over the bar. And yeah, Gelhardt's going to come in. Oh, Marshall's hurt. That is not good. Oh, it's a slight injury. He wants to come off. Could be a bruise shin. No, we're going to hold off on that. We're not making a sub till the 60th minute. Let's see if he gains a little bit more from that. Don't want to sub him though. I really don't. This is one that especially with a bruised shin, he should be wanting to play still. Play through it. And let's just see if his health goes up a little bit, then we won't, but or won't right away. But it says slight injury, so we'll give it another 5 minutes. At 60, yeah, see, it went up a little bit, so we should be fine. But we will take him off at the 60th minute there. So we'll end up taking him off. We'll make our first subs here. Marshall going to come off for Gelhardt. Hampered by injury, that kind of sucks. Pedrola is also tired too. He hasn't been having that great of a game. But I guess Traore can go in for him. That's a very risky play here. So we'll put in those 2. And we probably won't do another sub until at least the 70th there. And then kind of wait to see if anyone gets hurt, because Samu, Rogers, and Hughes are all doing amazing. So is Capriel. If we go up 2-0, then we will definitely make a more risky substitution. Rogers. Oh my god, Rogers. How could you miss that? Oh, wow. Yeah, we'll wait till 75. We're not going to do it now. They're bringing in their subs. Alanga's still tired there. They're going with 2 strikers up top. 75th minute is okay. Let's wait till this highlight. Don't want to do it until. Oh, come on. Is this what I was going to say? Is that what cost us here? That was a terrible highlight there. We're going to do it at 75 now. We're going to leave 1 sub open. Rogers is tired. Let's take off Hughes. Let's put in Solis. We'll put in Wharton as well. Oh, damn. Our D is also... I don't have anyone on the left to play. I mean, Kierodia could play. Let's put in Kierodia here. Let's put Hall on. Let's put Malanka in instead. And I guess we got to hold it off on here. We'll do our last sub after. if it goes to extra time, or if we go up 2-0. But so far, XG wise, they're getting their shots off now. And then Wharton for Samuel. Okay, that's the other one. I guess 80th minute we're gonna have to do that. And now it's just holding on. If we can manage to win this one, it's gonna be a huge day for Luton fans everywhere. 86th minute. We're counting down the seconds. Wharton, let's see if you got the magic here. Or are you just going to waste time? Gelhart now getting it. Don't pass it to him. He's going to be offside. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. It would have been, again, like I said, the one thing that I don't understand is the amount of offsides that happen on corner kicks. And it's 87 minutes in. I wonder if they're gonna go full push on this one. They're just gonna accept it. Looks like we have a ton of fans on. Looks like our whole fans are there. And then it just looks like a bunch of regulars here. See a little bit of blue, but they're white. And 88th minute here, closing down. How many extra time? 5 minutes. It's going to be a long 5 minutes. We got 2 now. Hitting the third, their last opportunity here. I don't see their goalie though. Oh, their goalie's out. And just stop it. Oh my god, there's another corner here, so he's going to stay up. 4 minutes. All we got to do is survive the extra 1 minute. Solis hitting it out there. And Capriel managing to stop it there. Just hold it. Just hold it. And Rogers. And it's about to hit the 5 minute mark. Rogers exhausted. Almeida exhausted. Kirodia exhausted. Because this is it. We just hold it. Just hold it here. And we will be the champions of the Europa League. Oh my god. Insane. Absolutely insane. Let's just give a round of applause, everyone. Good season. This is the way to end it. We end up making the sacrifices where we needed to. And now we are champions. Oh my god. I can't believe we are champions after season 2. We got lucky. We got lucky for some of it. Especially the Juve game. But this is not luck. 1-0 against Premier League rivals now. And we managed to get one up on Aston Villa and Unai Emery. Huge. Rogers 7.0. Hughes 7.5. Samu 7.8 with the amazing goal. Kirodia, Holding, Curtis, and Capriel all in the 7s. Capriel definitely man of the match, but Samu also as well. You deserve to celebrate. This is a great way to end it. And oh my god, so proud of Luton. Fantastic results. We've done it. Looks like everyone showed up here for the win here. And we celebrate a double. Who would have thought? Absolutely insane. Marshall, yeah, showing that he's injured there. But we did get some other exciting news here. Where is it? We got youth recruitment that they managed to increase that as well, and then training facilities as well. So we'll take a look at what facilities we have now, and exceptional youth recruitment is what it's going to be, and excellent training facilities. We still have just great youth, but I mean overall not too bad. I don't mind that one bit, especially since we have a bunch of youngsters coming in as well. Celebrating the double, yes. We end up lifting it. Couldn't be happier. Marshall injured for 1 to 3 days, so his injury is definitely valid, and it didn't cost us, so we couldn't say anything more about this. These are everyone that's getting in one of the trophies, I guess, or one of the medals. Let's see who got lucky here. Saberton's getting one, Ngoy's getting one, and Pierre-Louis is getting one as well. They're all getting one because they came on at least as one sub. Even Ernst is getting one as he deserves, for sure. He only played that one game. Nascimento getting one as well. Let's see who was the top goal scorer was Martial. Couldn't have done it without him. 13 goals in 13 games. That is insane. Pedrola with 3 in 12 and 2 as a sub. And then he got 5 assists there. Average rating pretty high as well, but Martial is the reason why we've managed to do it. Luton fans thank me. Yeah, super happy with that. See the timeline. I've never seen this. Okay, it shows the success at the end there, and then Dickens ends up getting, or was the 10th youth product to debut for us. Nuosu looks like he's pretty good too. He hasn't really got too much opportunity to really play for us, but we are excited at his development. I didn't even really see this, so we'll leave the timeline here. And yeah, couldn't be more excited. Can't believe that we end up winning. We end up getting 4.1 for television revenue. We get 1.16 for the ranking pool money. That's pretty good. And then a bonus payout that we end up paying 7.25. So basically, everything that we end up giving, we oh wait, yeah, it's 7 paid out to squad and coaching staff. So everything that we end up winning on the final pretty much went straight to our players, which, I mean, they deserve it. Players and coaches end up doing huge. Juve end up getting knocked out by us, so apparently they're the underachievers. Of course, we're the biggest overachievers. Yeah, outstanding season. Yeah, huge. And then Anthony Martial was fantastic. Top goal scorer of it. I mean, he's been the best signing of the season by far. He changed this team around, and it's massive. But let's take a look at our finances now. 31 million, still the same though. So I guess with all the payout and stuff like that, so it didn't really end up mattering with that. But we have 40 million to spend for next year, and yeah, we couldn't be more ecstatic about that. So far this rebuild has been huge. And Martial coming in second. He wasn't named League Player of the Year. He ended up getting the Golden Boot at least. Yeah, he obviously deserves it. And we end up having Samu, Capriel, and Kirodia actually as the squad of the season. Massive, absolutely massive. Did it? We still aren't in favor personnel. You've got to be kidding me. We end up having the best season on record. Europa there, yeah. And then let's do records here. I think we end up getting highest position now as well in their whole franchise, and they still haven't made us. That is so disappointing. So disappointing. We should be at least in favor personnel after this. But I guess not. I guess it's probably because we end up firing a bunch of, or not firing, but letting go a bunch of players. But so far, yeah, this is the season. Still takeover talks, and now apparently our finances are rich, which is kind of weird. And let's see the season in review here. We end up having, yeah, Capriel. I guess Capriel was a signing of the season as well. You have Capriel, Almeida. Ernst played for us last season, but he didn't play that much this season. Pedrola came back again. Solis ended up was with us last season as well. Martial coming on. Between him and Capriel, they're definitely the signing of the season. Samu doing well as well. Hughes huge bargain as well. Wharton was a bargain as well. Traore 5 million. He's worth way more than that. But yeah, they're naming him signing of the season. I agree. It's one of those things where we didn't end up grabbing him. We weren't going to have him. We had Ernst from last year, and we were very happy with his performance. And even 7.11 is pretty good in terms of his average rating. But we recommended to buy him, and I was very against it initially. 6.75, and it was like the remaining of our transfer budget. And yeah, we end up deciding to do it instead, and yeah, extremely happy. The board is pleased that we qualified for Champions League. We're gonna get a ton of money next season, and then competition results there. Having some good wins against big clubs. We ended up losing towards the end. Our form kind of dropped off because we were focusing more on Europa, as to be expected. I don't think anyone would have expected anything more. But winning the games that we needed to win here. Like 4-2 against Tottenham. and then 5-2 against Wanderers. Like, those are games that we obviously need to win. We end up losing against Brighton, so next season we're going to have to fight for those games. Man City, we end up losing against. We tied against Arsenal, and then we end up losing games like Bournemouth, which again we want to have back. So Liverpool, I would expect to lose against the champions there. Even Leeds United tying, Man U tying, but again they finished above us by a hefty amount. I mean Arsenal even did as well. Eight ties, 9 losses. So around the same amount of ties as losses, but 21 wins is huge. More than Man City. That's all that really matters. Biggest win was, yeah, obviously the Besiktas one. Match to remember, 2-1 in the Prem. I'd say it was more so the other one. And then goal of the season, yeah, was Samu. Let's see if we can see it here. We'll show it. We'll show the goal here. Let's take a quick look at it. I think it just slotted down. It was the one that ended up going through the ground. I'm surprised they ended up calling this one the goal of the season. Okay, no, that was really good. That was actually really good. Yeah, that's the goal of the season they end up picking. Finances wise, reputation, it has not changed apparently, which is kind of weird. No sponsor deals this year, but we do have them expiring, so that's kind of odd. Broadcast revenue down just a little bit from last season. Sponsorship up pretty much triple there. Corporate facilities a little bit higher as well. Competition prize money, we doubled it from last year, which seems still pretty low. Jersey sold Martial, Almeida, Capriel, Gelhardt, and Samu all contributing to that. Merchandise was almost I mean, 500,000. Best 11 here, Capriel, Hall, Holding, Kirodia, Curtis. Yeah, I agree too. Wharton and Samu, they even had a decent pairing as well. Astanis, Almeida, Traore, that was a trifecta there, and then Marshall up front. So Gelhardt not even getting the nod there. But Gelhardt still played pretty well, I would say. And then Capriel, yeah, young player of the season as well. Capriel just getting everything. Anything that he's involved in, he's going to get there. And then record breakers, 29 goals in a season for us. Yeah, that's massive. Assist by Almeida as well. Capriel with 20 shutouts. 20. So out of the wins that we end up having, yeah, every single win that we end up having, he had to shut out someone. So that's a pretty good stat there. 9 man matches, it still seems pretty low. He should have obviously had more. Pierre-Louis getting the youngest goal scorer there, breaking the record there. And then Will Hughes with the oldest goal scorer. Our oldest goal scorer was 28. Insane. Once Luton got rolling early in the season, they never looked back. That is true. Couldn't be happier with winning the 2 trophies there. An ultimate success season for Luton superbly, and set up following, or what was to follow. And then we kind of already saw this before. But yeah, 1-0 win Nottingham Forest. That's definitely memorable, and him setting the record as well. Pretty good overall. That's our best 11 squad of all time, and it's pretty much everyone that we end up starting from the season. Ogbean, 16.5 million. He was the only one that was kind of disappointing that we ended up getting rid of. But we end up seeing a bunch of the players that we end up having. And I know we got him for free last season, but getting around 9 million for him was huge. Is basically the reason why we were able to get Capriel. So again, couldn't be happier. And yeah, so this is the end of the season. We'll come back for next season. We'll spend as much money as we can of that, but be as smart as we can and not spend it all in one thing. There's going to be areas where we need to focus on, but yeah, that's what we're going to end up doing. We're going to see who we can bring in. There's not really anyone that kind of jumps my eye, but we need to build back from the season. The team's still very young, and we're very excited about what we can bring to the table for next season. But I would say that so far it's been a massive success after year 2, and much better than what I could have ever expected. So thank everyone for watching, and see you next season.